Go ahead. Recording.
Hey everybody! Now that we've been talking for 2 minutes already, welcome to our team meet and greet tonight. It's super informal. We are just here to kind of give you a rundown of what it means to be a coach with Team Beachbody and to be a coach on our team. So Team Beachbody, I know some people get on this call, and the last time we had some people on who hadn't even really heard of what we do as coaches. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown. Basically, Team Beachbody, if you are not already a challenger, Team Beachbody, like 20 to 25 years ago, started these home workout programs, and people were talking about them and getting results and raving about them, and more people were buying it. And the CEO, basically, of our company, Carl Deichler, decided to create what is known as Team Beachbody, and that is the Coach Network. What happens with the Coach Network is that you don't only get your workout programs, you get a support system built in. So you're getting this program, but we as coaches are people who are cheering you on, who are doing these programs with you, and who are supporting you typically in online forums like Facebook or our BOD group app. So it's definitely more valuable. It definitely generates more results for people. And it has just been this like train that is just like in high speed motion with momentum and people coming on and getting results and making people achieve those results from home most of the time. And so it's been really great for a lot of the people on this team. And you're going to hear a little bit of their stories tonight. You're going to hear a little bit about a fear that they might have had before they started, because we know a lot of times the things that are holding people back from signing up yesterday are those kind of self-limiting beliefs or fears they might have, or misconceptions they might have about what is a coach, and are they just online selling things, and do I have to be an icky salesperson, and all of those kinds of things that stop people from this amazing opportunity. And so you'll hear all about that. And did I want to say anything else about the event tonight? I don't think so. We're going to keep it short for you guys because we know time is valuable, and you guys, it's night and in a lot of places. I don't know if you're coming in from the West Coast. And so why don't we just kick this thing off? Do we want to open up the slides, Dina?
Let me see if I can screen share.
Yeah. So we know that you guys may have fears. There may be something holding you back, as I mentioned. So we hope that tonight we can kind of address those fears through our stories. And by the time you leave here tonight, you'll feel like, oh, I have my questions answered. I feel good about this. This is something that I want to be a part of, that I want to get involved in. So I believe Miss Dana is going to kick us off, who just had a dental surgery, but she's here showing up for us because we just love to have her on here. So you're going to be able to see some of these slides, which we thought would be helpful as well in terms of visuals, because a lot of us are visual people. So being able to kind of check out the slide and check out some fears and earnings and meet the person who is sharing a little bit about their story. So without further ado, here's Dana.
Hi guys, so this is me. I'm super excited for this because I personally am a very visual person, and I love sharing our actual transformation photos, but I feel like without the context of the story behind the photo, that you don't really get a feeling of being able to connect to it or relate to it. So I started my journey 6.5 years ago. Annalisa is my coach. We were friends in high school on our field hockey team. I said no to her for 4 months. I ghosted her. She'd reach out to me. I'd say I was curious, and then I wouldn't respond. And it wasn't because I wasn't interested. I just wasn't really in a place to say yes. I think we all kind of come to a place where we're finally ready for change and to pursue it. And in my case, it was the willingness to get uncomfortable to seek positive progress. So when I started, I was a newly single mom. I had left a very abusive relationship to raise my son alone. It was right before his first birthday that I decided to sign up. And within a couple days, Annalisa had me hop on a call, very much so like this, to learn about the coaching opportunity. And I have no idea what was said on that call, but all I knew was that it was the first time since becoming a single mom that I really felt any kind of hope that our future could be different. Because as a single parent and a sole provider, and I was kind of at a crossroads because I had dropped out of my last year of college when I got pregnant, of was I going to work 2 jobs and go to school and put him in full-time daycare, or was I going to take the chance to do something different? And so I definitely had a back against the wall scenario. I went all in with coaching. I absolutely fell in love with the community, with the fitness programs. I've had 12 hip surgeries. It was the first time in my life that I could modify and work my way up to a fitness level that I and or doctors never thought I would get to. I've struggled with anxiety and depression since I was 13. So the prompts to work on personal growth and mental wellness were just life-changing for me. And then also as a newly single parent, I felt extremely isolated in my day-to-day life. And the fact that coaching came with a community of just like-minded, positive, inspiring women, I was hooked, and I was all in from day one. So I have been a full-time coach now. It gave me the ability to be home and present with my son. When I started this business, I definitely was terrified of judgment, of what other people would think. I was afraid to fail because, like I said, my back was against the wall. And I was never a social media poster. But here was the thing that flip switched it for me was, what if I don't? Because I saw what coaches had achieved in this business and the lives they lived and how present they were for their families and the financial freedom they had and just how joyful and happy and fulfilled they were. And I wanted that. So for me, the what if I don't mentality, it like far outweighed the discomfort that I had to push through to get to change. So this opportunity has changed who I am, and it has changed my life. I wake up every day excited about what I do and who I've become in it. So don't just look at this as an opportunity to, earn income and travel and friendships. All of those things are incredible. But one of the biggest gifts is who you can become through being a part of an opportunity like this. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Annalisa.
Thank you. Okay, so I did not even introduce myself earlier, but I'm Annalisa. I am a speech and language pathologist. I've been coaching for 7 years, and I want to, I talk about something different every time we get on these calls, but I want to say that my personality, I actually love the kind of push for goal setting. I love being in a business in sales. We're in sales. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But there's a difference between being in sales and selling something you don't really like, and being in sales and selling something that you stand behind 100,000%. And that's the difference for me when I was a representative for a jewelry company before I started this. And I was going to parties at houses and people were trying on jewelry, and I would have to tell them that this piece of jewelry was $125. And I'm like, every time I said it, it like made me sick to my stomach. Like, I don't want to tell them how much that is. Like, how can I get them a discount on something? That was not a good selling opportunity for me to be in. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel right. So a lot of times people are afraid to get into this business because of the sales component. And I will tell you that when you commit to the program and you commit to the products and you get these results and you start feeling amazing, then it's so much easier to just say, you need this in your life. Like, yes, I'm growing a business from this, but I'm not here to scam you with anything. I'm here to give you something that is going to transform you from the inside out. And it's so much easier to promote and to sell. So I enjoy the business component of it. It definitely is driven by sales. We're in a business, but you can feel really, really good about what you're promoting. So my bad past experience didn't hold me back from this, but it certainly gave me kind of reservations, hesitations about it before I pursued the coaching aspect. I was a challenger first before my wedding to get results. Fell in love with the programs and how I was feeling. I did a 21-day nutritional cleanse that was just like incredible. And when I came back from kind of my wedding and that chapter, I was like, all right, I guess I can do this. And a few months later, I went all in on it because I just believed so much in what I saw was the potential in this business and promoting a product that I really stood behind, even after just a couple of experiences with it. And I stick around for the reasons that these girls are going to tell you about tonight. The accountability. I've never been so consistent with my fitness journey, even as an athlete in high school. Like after that, I think when I had gym memberships, I'd go twice and then never go again and pay 6 months for a membership before I canceled. The friendships and support system, like you don't know you need it until you're in it. So trust me, like you want to be a part of that. Committing to personal growth. Never probably would have picked up a personal development book or podcast before starting this. Again, another thing you don't really know you need until you start it. So getting into this opportunity just brings around so many bonuses that you don't even fathom when you start thinking like, yeah, I could make a couple bucks, paying this forward to somebody. So there's just so much to it. And I hope that you can just kind of get beyond any fears you might have to say, let's just give it a whirl and see what happens, because you're going to gain so much from that. I could go on and on, but I'm going to pass it on because people are going to cover these bases, I'm sure.
Stand by.
Yeah. Presentation, new presentation.
Is Mary Paige on here tonight? I think she is. She's not. Nope. Okay. Well, this is Mary Paige. Mary Paige is incredible. Mary Paige has had a very incredible transformation, more specifically with the nutritional aspect. Definitely hesitant to start coaching because she was not at her goal weight, but I know if she was here, she would tell you that a big part of her being able to get to her weight loss goal and not only get there, but to maintain it was the aspect of the coaching accountability and also just the community and wanting to be a part of all those events. So this is Mary Paige. She's not here tonight. And let's see who's next. Ashley, I know she's on.
Hi. So I'm Ashley. I started coaching about 2 years ago. Quick little backstory is that one of the reasons why I said no at first to coaching was, one, I was 360 pounds when I first started, and I needed to prove to myself that I could lose the weight, that I could keep it off and be an example for other people. And I wasn't 100% confident myself because my story is a bit depressing, but now I realize that it can be more uplifting to people, right? I lost my son, Oliver, our firstborn child, to a congenital heart defect when he was 6 months old. I've gone on to now have our rainbow baby. And so you name it, I've probably dealt with it in my life. PTSD from a pressure cooker accident that exploded on me and burned 30% of my body, just really low self-esteem when I started. And I yo-yo dieted all the time. So I was like, well, I need to make sure this sticks before I do anything. And so, yes, I've been coaching for 2 years, but what I've realized is that probably like the last 6 months, I would say I really, really engaged in my coaching. That first year, it was a lot of personal development, which we do a lot of with coaching. And that helped me gain my self-esteem to see that, okay, no, I'm not, that typical Beachbody look, right, that we all think of. But I know that me sharing my story and my journey can help someone else. And that's always been something that has been really near and dear to my heart, is helping other people through my experience. That maybe some people can relate, maybe some people can relate in a different way, but I just really have always yearned to help people. Like if it works for me, it can work for somebody else, because with PTSD, postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression, all of those things wrapped up, when I finally said yes to my coach, Dana, I totally went all in on myself, completed one of our hardest programs, which is 80-Day Obsession, and crushed it. And I will tell you, and probably many of the women on here saw me through this, but from day 1 to day 80, it was like a whole new and different Ashley. Like, I saw myself in such a different light. I saw myself as deserving. And one thing to really hone in on here is that I was not focused on my income at that time. You know, my husband works full time. I was working, but I was really confident in sharing my story and sharing my journey for that ultimate accountability for myself. I needed it. I needed it just to keep myself going on the days where I didn't want to show up, but I knew that I had to because other people were watching. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned is that you make this business what you want it to be. So a year ago, I would have said, yeah, you know, I'm coaching, but I'm kind of just doing my thing and kind of pouring into myself and, you know, working on loving myself again. Because that's going to be huge for you in this business. If you love yourself and you are confident in yourself and your own journey, then like you can help anybody. It doesn't matter, you know, what they have to lose or what they're going through. You have now done it, and you can show up and show them how you've done it. So if that makes any sense at all, I'm now down 120 pounds because of Beachbody and their programs and coaching, because I swear I would not still be here if I wasn't a coach. So if you need that ultimate accountability, if you need to like check yourself before you literally wreck yourself, then definitely be a coach, if for nothing else than just keep yourself on the right path to how you want to be and who you want to become.
Okay, sorry, I'm unmuting in between these. I love that, Ashley. It's so true. Kelly, you are up, girlfriend.
Hi, guys. I was going to say, can you see me? Hi, guys. My name is Kelly Riley, and I am here on vacation. So it shows you how much I love this coaching thing. So excuse me as I'm in my PJs. But a little bit about me. I am a registered nurse. I'm a diabetes educator. I've been coaching now for just over 5 years. I've been doing it on a part-time basis, but because I work as a nurse, obviously 3 days a week. So I've been doing it in addition. However, have really grown to see how much it has been helpful for my family, in addition to myself, especially over these last difficult 6 months with COVID, because I was released from my job for a period of time. And I have to say, COVID got us through that because we had no income coming in for that period of time. And we moved during COVID. So it's perfect timing to have lots of expenses and have no income. So Beachbody definitely saved us for that. I will tell you some of the real reasons that I did not coach initially, because I started as just a challenger. And it was so much fear of what other people would think about me on social media. More weirdly, I was very nervous about what my husband's friends would think about me. So it was a lot of judgment on what others would think. And I think there was a little bit of me that felt as though in my profession, I don't want to say too good to be a coach, but I felt like, why was I doing this? Like, I have like a nursing degree, I have all this like medical background, and like, I'm going to do coaching too. So I kind of had a little bit of a nose in the air for a period, which quickly got knocked down because after I truly started doing these programs, first, I've never committed to my health ever, especially exercise wise. And I started to do the coaching piece of it because I saw that as I was focusing on my challengers and people that were wanting to sign up with me, that made me focus on myself. So there was a lot of selfish reasons initially, because I knew I would not give up on other people if they decided to be a part of my groups and trust me with them seeing the same results. And I think that has truly been the reason why I am still here and not giving up myself for this long. Obviously, some of the things that I have noticed and that I've gained for starting coaching is the accountability 1000%. If I wasn't a coach, I would not be here today. I will tell you just clear as day. If I never coached and I was just a challenger, I would still not be here because I would have given up on myself, but coaching made me not give up on myself. I am super short. So on here, when it says I've lost over 20 pounds, that's really big because I'm like 5'1", and to lose 20 plus pounds is really difficult. And I just gained my confidence back. I was a tired mom of 2. I was working. My self-confidence was out. It was gone. It had been non-existent for a very long time. It was very apparent in my marriage. And I was the mom that was definitely not getting up to do, simple things like going for a bike ride with my kids. And I was exhausted. I was the sofa bachelorette chip eating mom, and things had to change because I was too young for that. I can tell you that. And I've lived with diabetes now for about 28 years. And I also have celiac disease. And my health has been completely a whole different ball game. And one would think as a nurse, I would probably follow my own instructions, but nurses are the worst patients. And I needed something dummy proof that I could just be told what to do and do it and get the results and make it accessible. And this is what clearly worked for me. And coaching has now turned into much more than a side gig, and turned into something that I, love to show up the minute I walk out of my office every day. I am flipping my phone and listening to personal development, listening to calls, talking to challengers, talking to people that are interested, because it's something that I now feel is another office of mine that I can connect as a nurse to even more people out there than the ones showing up in my office, and help them in a way that makes me proud.
I love that so much. We'll circle. All right, Steph.
Hi, guys. All right, so a little bit my backstory. So I have been coaching for about 5 years. I started when my first child was 15 months old, and I was the typical anxiety-ridden, depressed, cranky, miserable new mom, back to work full-time, didn't want to leave my kid in a daycare so I could go work out. I felt it was selfish, just my own, and I needed something to feel good again. And like you've heard from everybody else, once you're in it, everything changes. Started feeling good, and I was sharing that happiness everywhere. So Dana said, hey, why don't you coach? So I thought about it, and what do I have to lose, right? Why the hell not? So I'm a little bit different than everybody else in terms of where it says that I've been doing this part-time. I would say it's part-time. I am what you call a hobby coach, I guess. Mainly because when I started, I was not only working full-time as a school psychologist, I was a new mom. I was also teaching 2 college classes at the local college twice a week. So for those of you that don't know, that also not only includes the 2 nights a week of lectures, but it also includes the multiple nights of grading papers, doing syllabus, putting lectures together, basically overwhelmed. Let's add another thing to my plate. Why the hell not? But one of the things that I was initially scared with was the sharing on social media, because of the position that I held, full-time and part-time. I didn't need any parents searching on Facebook and seeing me in a sports bra being like, hey, look at me, I work out. I didn't need any of my college students finding me on Facebook and being like, oh, that's my professor. It just wasn't my thing. I was scared. But once I started putting myself out there, it's funny because it switches. There's no longer a fear associated, because the people that you thought were going to judge you are actually your biggest supporters. And the people that you worried that were going to roll their eyes are actually saying, hey, you look amazing. And you're like, oh, wow, this is like a whole different thing. So, I mean, it's scary. And if you're in a position and you work full time and you're like, I can't put myself out there are ways that you can weave yourself in without being vulnerable. And that's something, obviously, anybody here that works full-time, because I know there's myself, there's Katie, who's a chiropractor, you'll hear from her. We're in positions that does come up, so you could reach out to any of us to answer questions. I'm totally deviating, sorry. So in terms of what I've gained, you know, people have asked me, why am I still here 5 years later? I don't do this because I need it. I don't do this because I'm looking to leave my full-time job, because I'm not. That's never been a goal of mine. I have said from day one, being a stay-at-home mom is not my thing, and COVID completely just like totally supported that. I know for a fact that is never the route I want to go. So I still do it because of the messages that I get saying, hey, thank you so much for showing me how I could change my life. Hey, thank you for inspiring me. Hey, thank you so much for giving me my life back. And, you know, it sounds so, I can't even think of the word, like silly, I guess, to make that so important. But that's all I needed to hear. That's all I need. And that's what keeps me here. There have been multiple times where I've thought of walking away because I do have so much on my plate. But then I think of the people that I've helped or the people that I can help in the future, and I don't want to walk away from that. You know, if you sit here and you're like, oh my God, but I work full time, or I have 2 kids, or I have 4 kids, I don't have time for it. You can, because it doesn't have to be full time. You know, I've lost 40 pounds. This has kept me on track, something that I never would have done before. I've done every fad diet, yet I'm still here, because I'm not only accountable to myself, but I'm accountable to the people that I'm helping. Or the people that I will help in the future. I'm happier. I'm more confident. Guys, this picture of me that Dana put up here, you would have never seen me rocking a sports bra and a pair of pants before. I'm just, even when I was the skinniest at my wedding, never would I have done that and put it on social media. But you have a community that supports you, personal development, you just grow as a person. And, you know, why not make extra money in the part of it? Like, what the hell's, why not? Money helps everybody, whether you need it or you don't. It's always a nice extra. So why not make a couple extra bucks while working on yourself? And I just babbled. So I'm just going to next.
I love it. That was so great. And you're so right about the topless, not topless, shirtless selfies, because it's true. And you rock it. Look at your abs. All right. Katie, you are up, girlfriend.
Hi guys, I am Katie, and I like following up after Steph and after Kelly because they are very similar to me in the sense that we work in healthcare. So I'm a full-time chiropractor and do acupuncture. And so I didn't necessarily, when I started this, need an income. So that wasn't a driving factor for me. I started as a challenger, and basically what that means is I started with a program. So I did 21-day fix, and I really just wanted the shakes. So I was looking into those. And then I was also looking into other shakes that were a whole lot cheaper. And I had those in the cart, and I was going to purchase those. And then I continued talking with my coach and realized all the value that I was actually getting. I wasn't just getting the shakes. I was getting the workouts. So I started with 21-day fix, which I committed to. I did the ultimate portion fix, which was the meal plan that went along with it. And I got the shakes, and I got the community. And so in the challenge group, I did 21 days of that, and I probably did the 21-day fix for 6 months to a year straight. And if you want results, the programs obviously are where it's at. But we're talking about coaching tonight. So after following that simple plan, I can tell you after 4 years of going through and getting a bachelor's degree in exercise sports science, and then 3.5 years of chiropractic school, where I would get a couple of nutrition courses, a couple of physiology courses, a couple of, all of the sciences, all of the stuff, all of the how to treat patients, all about how to make people healthy. I did not learn how to get people results like this coaching opportunity gets people results, how this changes lives. So as a doctor, now after completing just the 21-day fix, I am better equipped to help my patients find the proper foods to eat, exercise, different exercise and rehab options. Like if you have a shoulder injury, or if you have a hip injury, or if you have a back injury, like all of these workouts give 52 million different modifications and 52 million different exercises for the same muscle group. So not only does it teach you how to get results, and I'm going to go back to my notes here so that I can focus in. So you don't have any overhead. So you're just doing the programs and you're getting fit and you're doing your own thing for your own health. They will teach you how to network. We'll teach you how to build relationships. We'll teach you how to market. And I didn't get any of that practically through chiropractic school or undergrad. And one of the biggest things that I've gotten out of this coaching opportunity has been the confidence to actually not only build a coaching business, but realize that this goes into every aspect of my life as well. Not only my coaching business, but my chiropractic business, my chiropractic practice, my relationships, like how you deal with your friends, how you deal with your loved ones, how you deal with, I started these programs, and probably 6 months to a year into it, I got engaged, like, because my confidence went through the roof. So the things that will come from this are so beyond what you can actually see when you first sign up, expecting just to get a shake or a workout. You get lifelong friends, which you see with these ladies here. You get travel opportunities. You get, to me, the bonus, because I didn't necessarily need it at the time. Obviously, COVID is a different situation, but you can see in the bottom the total income earned of all of our slides. And, when I first thought of it and I looked at it and I was like, $36,000, like, holy shit. Like, yeah, I've been coaching for 5 years, but if you break it down into 5 years, that's $7,000. Who couldn't use $7,000 over a year in addition to potentially what you're making or not even making at this point? So, if you don't think it's going to translate into what you're currently working, it absolutely will. Because it teaches you how to be a better employee. It teaches you how to be a better person. It teaches you how to be a better family member. It teaches you how to be a better mom, a better spouse, and you get healthy doing it. So, doctor's orders, sign up. Next.
I love that Katie just touched on that point, because people who are listening who know about like the workout and the nutrition, like they're like, how does it make you a better wife and whatever? But she's so right, because of everything she said about learning the nutrition and her being able to translate that into her career. But the personal development component of coaching, it's like what we call a vital behavior. It's something that you're encouraged to do every single day. And this is literally things that you listen to or read that just elevate you to being more open-minded, being more receptive, being more understanding of other personalities. And there's just so much more to it than the sale of a fitness program. It's totally transformative as a coach. So I love that you said that.
I was going to say too, I love the whole kind of thought process of like, this is what I learned in college, but this is what network marketing taught me, because I think a lot of us come into this and think like, I don't know anything about running a business. Like, I don't know anything about network marketing. I don't know the first thing to do, or like, where do you learn? And that's the beauty, is that none of us have a degree in network marketing, but we've all become successful. And one of the best things about this opportunity is that you learn as you go. You're constantly learning, you're constantly growing, you're constantly developing new skills. And so there's no need to know it all, ever. All right. I don't think Ray is on tonight, so we're going to hop over. Is Elizabeth on? think she's supposed to be. Yeah. All right.
I'm here.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and I have been coaching for 2.5 months, since May 19th. And I am also a nurse. There's a lot of nurses in this group, medical people. So I worked in the hospital for 10 years, and then I left the hospital to become a teacher. And I teach high school CNA classes, and it's really fun. And when I started teaching, my weight just kept creeping on up, and I was doing the same things. I was exercising more, and I just could not keep my weight off. And I would just follow people on Instagram that were fitness people and just watch them, like, what are they doing? I had always done everything on my own. I had done the Weight Watchers, fad diets, I did keto, I've done everything. You name it, I have done it, and I have tried it, and I was successful. And then once I stopped doing it, it just all came back. All my weight came back because a lot of the things were not life sustainable. So I started following Paige. She's my coach. And I was like, she's got her stuff together. So what is she doing? So I just reached out to her, and I was like, hey, can you help me? And she helped me. And I was like, I don't think I want to do this, because I don't want to put the money into it, because that's the number one, thing you get about when you talk to people is, I don't want to put the money into it. So she talked to me, and I finally was like, all right, I'm going to do this. It was a very inopportune time because it was the beginning of this COVID stuff. So I jumped right in, and I just went in with everything. Like, I started immediately the next day after I signed up with her, started doing the To Be Mindset Nutrition program. I started 80-Day Obsession the next day, which I'm on day 71. Almost there. And I will never look back again, because I have never had a group of people around me that have supported me, and somebody that I can just message quick, and this is my issue I'm having, like, help me. Like, there's always somebody there to talk to. And I actually ran a group that I would post in all the time for women, whoever wanted to join it. It was mostly people that I knew for years. Like, I would post recipes, and I would just post a lot of stuff. And I did that for such a long time. And I really wanted to try coaching, because Paige was like, you're already doing it, which I changed and tweaked a few things here and there. But it's such a game changer, and I have really enjoyed coaching. It has given me a lot of accountability, because I'm accountable to not just myself, but all the people watching me, including this little booger right here. And I really, really do enjoy it. And it has changed me, not just on the outside, but the inside too, because I can't remember who said this a while ago, but it changes your inside. It makes you a better person. It makes you a better employee. It makes you a better mom. It makes you a better wife. And it really does, because like she said earlier, the vital behavior of professional development has really helped me, and not just on, changing on the inside. And it just makes me a better person. And I'm really thankful for all the opportunities that I've had. And again, I've only been here 2.5 months. I have not been here very long. So, I look forward to growing even more and being more successful and helping more people. And I guess it's a nurse thing. I don't know. I just love helping other people. It might be a mom thing too. I don't know. But I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm not going to say anything else.
I love it. And I love your perspective, since you are so new. It's a great example of what is possible for really brand new coaches. So thanks for sharing. Let's see who's next. Is Whitney on tonight? I know she had internet issues. No. Okay. Is Alicia on? Nope. Alicia's not here. Alicia's also a teacher. Laura, I don't think Laura's here either. Laura's a fellow single mama. Maggie, I know you're here tonight.
Hey, everybody. All right, I will try to keep this a little quick. So hi, my name is Maggie. I have been a coach part-time for about 2 years and 5 months. I started coaching. Well, it's kind of a funny story. So I was looking for an opportunity to be able to work out from home because I was a new mom, and I am a stay-at-home mom. So besides being a mom, I wasn't working, and I started working out from home, and I'm also a type 1 diabetic like Kelly. So this opportunity has helped me in so many different ways. I saved a ton of time by working out from home as a stay-at-home mom, not having to pay a babysitter, not having to pay for a gym membership. Um, Being able to work out from home has enabled me to take so much better care of my health. And I don't think we have a lot of type 1 diabetics on here, so I'm not going to go into that a lot. But that is one of my fears that I had, was that I am not a perfect role model for diabetes health. And so that was something that made me very nervous when I became a coach. And what I've really come to realize is that the more I help other people, the more I help myself. And it's kind of like this, not like a downward spiral, obviously not downward, it's like an upward spiral. Like, I'm helping other people realize what they can do. I'm keeping myself accountable. I'm helping other people. It keeps going up and up and up. When I first started this, I was honestly like not really interested in coaching because the Shakeology scared me. I was like, I don't need Shakeology. And I told Kelly, no, I just want to sign up with the Beachbody On Demand. So that's what I started with. And then literally I thought about it all night, and I was like, God, like what do I have to lose? This could really be an opportunity to help other people. And so when I first started, I was kind of like a hobby coach, fitting it in here and there when my daughter was younger, a lot younger. And now it's become something that I am just so excited to do and so proud of, because of the impact that I have on other people's lives. And it's just like that upward spiral. The more I do it, the more I want to help other people, and the better of a person I become. It really does impact every single aspect of your life when you become a coach and you do what you're supposed to do. Now, it doesn't matter if you do this part-time, like Stephanie said, part-time like me, full-time. It is what you make of it. And that's another thing that I love about our team, is that we have so many people from all aspects of life, moms, not moms, single moms, everybody in between, working moms, and something that I just wanted to reiterate is that when you join our team, there's so many reasons, so many things that you're going to get from it. But I wrote a few little notes that I wanted to say. So you join our team for the impact that you're going to have on others, for the accountability for yourself, for travel opportunities, which I don't really think anybody has touched on a lot, but that's okay. Beachbody offers you multiple different travel opportunities throughout the year, and I'm really excited because I'm going to be going to Mexico next year with my family because of this opportunity. The community, especially now with everything going on, where like community has just fallen apart. We are like tied together like this, and it's awesome. It's awesome. And the support, and then of course the value of what we have to offer is so crazy. I always tell people, whether you're signed up as a coach or not, what we have to offer you cannot find anywhere else. You just can't. So it is what you make of it, and I hope to see you on our team.
I love what you said, Maggie, about making the point of saying that, like, this isn't something where it's like you do it and then it's like, hey, look at me. This is like, I'm constantly working on myself, and this is what I'm doing, and join me and let's do it together. So
Yeah.
I love that you pointed that out.
Thank you.
Savannah, are you still here? I hope.
I'm here. I hate public speaking. I don't know how I missed the note, but by giving Dana my information, I was going to be speaking on this call. But anyways, if we don't leave our comfort zone, we don't grow. So here I am talking to all of you. I am Savannah. I'm a preschool teacher, actually an infant teacher. So yes, I take care of 8 screaming babies all day, and then I come home to 2 of my own. I've been doing this for about a month, 2 months-ish, but 1 month like really all in on it. Dana's my coach. I said no to this opportunity for a very long time. As she would tell you, I ghosted her for probably the better part of the last year. And Steph, to be honest, we'll put her in there too. And I think the reason behind my ghosting was that I had done this before. So after I had my younger son, who is now 6, I did the 21-day fix and Autumn's container system, and I successfully lost 25 pounds. It might have actually been a little bit more than that. I can't remember at this point, but and I was a part of not this team. And the team that I was with was not the team that fostered growth or development within the company, and that ended up ultimately being my demise. So my hesitance with joining again was, like everybody else, fear. And I think once I stepped outside of that, I was able to be all in. I love a challenge, so I've obviously in 1 month I've made almost $500, and a lot of that just comes from wanting to be the best, I guess. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about my month so far with this team, and you guys are in the best hands.
I love that. And I just have to point out, because I just want to like help people see the potential, because I remember very vividly having a conversation with Savannah, suggesting coaching and asking what held her back. And she said fear. She said fear of what others think, fear of failure. And I was like, not trying is essentially claiming that we're going to fail, right? Because we never even give ourselves the opportunity to try and see how awesome we could be at it. And that like once you make that shift to, like she said, embrace getting out of that comfort zone and push through that fear, that the coolest things that can happen. So thank you. Elsa is definitely not on because Elsa's in the UK, so she's sleeping. Is Allie on here? I don't think so. Is Kirsten on? I don't think so. I don't think Austin is either. All right, so we're gonna sum up the last couple things here real quick. How we earn as coaches. You might be wondering, how do we actually earn income aside from saying we help people, correct? So the first way we earn as coaches is through commissions. We get 25% on any order. So if people order Shakeology, fitness programs, you know, we have all these other cool products, anything that you could think of, for a performance line to, you know, kind of craving buster drinks to amazing bars, you get 25% commission on any of that. That is the main way you're going to be earning income as a brand new coach. We also have weekly team cycle bonus. So what that means is as you grow and you become consistent in helping people, helping new customers, helping coaches join your team, you are rewarded for that activity. So what I love about this is that in our business, you cannot be successful if you are not really committed to helping people be successful, whether that is with their fitness and nutrition, or that is helping them build a business. I don't know. Hold on a minute. I don't know who that is because I don't see anybody unmuted. So, okay. But as you start to grow an organization, you will start earning weekly team cycle bonus, and that essentially is where our residual income comes from. There's another type of bonus that you can earn based off if you are consistently helping a certain amount of people in a week period that we call a fast start bonus. And that's also a pretty cool thing to earn if you are consistently helping people. And then as you grow in rank in the company, meaning you start to help a certain amount of people, you hit a certain rank, there are certain ranks in the company that you can earn pretty significant quarterly bonuses. So and then also, as Maggie mentioned, I think that's what I have next, there is a travel opportunity. So one of the things that you can earn that is not necessarily like income, but it's something you can earn as a coach if you are consistently helping people. I put that there on purpose. Consistency is key. I have earned these trips every single year since I became a coach. We've gone to Mexico, we've gone on cruises, we've gone to Punta Cana, all these different cool places, but they're essentially all inclusive vacations, and it's a point system. So you could get it partially paid for, you could get it completely paid for. It just depends on your dedication and the consistent effort that you are putting into your business. But those trips are amazing. Lots of coaches on our team earn them, so it is also totally possible for you. Coach Summit is our biggest coaching event of the year. The location changes. It was supposed to be in New Orleans this year. Next year, we're going to St. Louis. Over 25,000 coaches attend this event. We get to hear from incredible, world-renowned speakers, top coaches. We get to work out with the celebrity trainers. So the people that kick your butt in your living room every day, you actually get to sweat with them in person with a couple hundred other people. The last morning that we're there, we shut down the main drag of wherever we are. So the entire city basically shuts down, and at 5:30 in the morning, there's 25,000 of us out there on the streets, all doing a workout led by all of the super trainers. I have never felt energy like that in my life. It is something that you literally cannot put into words. You have to be there to experience it. But it is a life-changing event. As many mentioned, the personal development aspect, it's not just that you get to experience all these speakers, but you get to hug all these people in person that are your coaches online that you work with every day that have become your best friends, and see that they're like real people. And it's just, there's nothing else like it. And then we also host smaller team retreats for our actual team for coaches that are really growing their businesses and their organizations kind of as a reward. So it's like a small, more inclusive type retreat, and those locations change as well. When you become a part of our team, this is not something where we sign you up and tell you you got to figure it out alone. We both have team pages. We have weekly calls just like this. We hop on a Zoom. We talk about different topics. We have guest speakers. So you have plenty of resources and support. We also have corporate support and corporate resources. So trainings, calls, weekly training calls with top coaches. And we also have mentorship programs. So trainings that we plug you into that teach you all of the first basics that you need to know as a coach, and literally walk you through the process of how to have success step by step. And the pace that you go at is totally up to you, but we just want to ensure that you understand you are not alone when you decide to join this business or this team, that we are all there to support you and guide you and help you along the journey. So we would encourage you guys to think about this tonight, is what does your ideal life look like? Every coach on this call tonight shared different reasons of why they are a coach, of what this opportunity has provided for their life, whether it is the community, it is the confidence, it is the friendships, it's the travel opportunity, it's the extra income, it's the finally having the freedom from emotional eating and yo-yo dieting and feeling confident in their own skin. Like, what drives people in this business and keeps them around is different for everyone. And what your dream life looks like is very different. And like Annalisa mentioned, a lot of us aren't dreamers. Like, we're kind of, raised where it's like, you know, go to school, go to college, get a job, settle down, you know, do all these things. And sometimes we find ourselves in life where like, we feel like, isn't there more for me? Isn't there more for me? Has anybody ever felt that? And this opportunity really gives you the free reins to decide what it is you want your life to look like and how you want to feel and who you want to show up as and what you'd like to provide more of for your family, whether that is financially or time or the energy to play with your children or the ability to have, you know, extra income to make more memories. You get to decide what this opportunity is for you. And we just want to open it real quick if anyone has any questions. So I'm going to stop the screen share so we can actually see people's faces. Okay. Is anybody on that has questions? We don't want to keep you too late. We're right at about an hour. No questions.
Dana, I want to say one thing real quick. I don't think I ever pulled around like did a full circle here. So when I said that one of the reasons why I didn't want to coach is because of Shakeology, it's funny how now I absolutely love it. It is my favorite meal every single day. I totally forgot to like pull that around and do like the full circle. But you know, it just goes to show you, you never know if you're going to fall in love with something until you try it. You got to take that leap of faith. So, all right, back to my dishes.
The other thing I'll touch on really quick is that theory of like pyramid scheme, because people who aren't in network marketing have this kind of stigma associated with it, that people who started before are recruiting people so that they can earn the money for them, and that we take a percentage of your money, which is totally not true. So you can feel confident about sharing this opportunity with other people, because somebody that I enroll tomorrow could surpass me in income, like not within the first year, because I've been doing this for 7 years, but there's a potential for them to exceed what their upline has done. Your upline will never take money from what you earn. Our company pays us a bonus based on what our team is generating. So it's like one team, one dream, let's do this together. And the company pays us bonuses based on how much volume our team is generating. So don't ever feel like you can't recruit to this because you feel icky about it, because people out there that don't understand network marketing are going to try and make you believe that it's one thing that it's really not. So that's in a nutshell, but I hope that helps a little bit.
If you feel too shy and you have a question, you can, you put it in the comments. Let's see. What's step 1? We can talk about that, Robin. But truly, you guys, if you are interested in joining, I'll just kind of address that real quick, is if you already are a challenger, so you already have your fitness program, your Shakeology, you're already engaged in a challenge group, if you are signed up as a discount coach, you're already set up to be a coach. Because when you join that way as a discount coach, it waived the $40 coach enrollment fee. So you're able to, you can reach out, say, hey, I'm ready to get started. Let's do this. And we'll welcome you into the team page. And then the other thing is we will be adding you to a coach training. But I did want to say, if you are not signed up yet and you are like, I really think I want to do this, obviously like the biggest part of what we do as coaches is starting with you and your own journey. So figuring out what fitness program you need, what nutrition program you need, you can reach out to your coach. They can ask you questions. They can help you figure out the best fit. But I would say join us for our brand new program, Muscle Burns Fat. We're kicking off again on August 17th. Everyone had crazy amazing results from the first 3 weeks of it that we did. It is a super high energy, super encouraging, inspiring group to be a part of, and launch groups just rock. So like, this is the perfect time for you to jump in with that, and not only jump in with us, but invite people to join you to do that group with us, because it's super cool when you can have a couple girlfriends that join you and you all start together as we're talking about that accountability. So that's all. Hopefully that answers your question. Yes. All right. Well, if there are no other questions, we will say good night and thank you for your time. So excited to have you hop on and hear all about this. And if you have questions, please reach out to your coach and hopefully we will see your beautiful faces in our team page. Have a good night, everybody.